if I eventually get to the point where I have fans, I'm gonna call them the Tea Timers. Hello and welcome to another thing that has my face on it. This is called Love Hate Thing, and it's basically a show where I think of a topic, I go to Instagram and I ask people what they like about a topic and what they dislike about that same topic, or what they love and hate about that topic, right? Then I come here and I try and figure out how I really feel about whatever the topic is, whether I really like it or love it, or whether I actually dislike it or hate it. So today's topic, first of many, is running. Before we get going, if you don't already subscribe to this page, hit subscribe. I don't know where the button is, but you can find it. Like the video if you like it at the end. Comment, go watch my other stuff. Follow me on Instagram. Is that Tito? ISTHATTITO. And yeah, my YouTube channel is Tea Time Media, which you can only watch here, so you're already here. But subscribe anyway. So okay, so I have all of the reasons in a trusty notebook because I don't have like a teleprompter or anything. So what I'm gonna do is gonna read off the reasons to love running, the reasons to hate running, and then just figure out whether I agree or disagree with them. Love running because of the feeling of accomplishment afterwards. Yeah, man, like I don't think there's many better feelings than just like going for a run. You said you wanted to do 10K and you get to the 10K mark, you're like, holy crap, I finished. I'm so happy, I'm so thankful I don't got to run no more. So as much as I quite like running, even though I'm trying to be impartial here, finishing, like just that feeling like you've accomplished something. Finishing, there's nothing better. The repetitiveness, yes, I agree with this one too. Running is the same. I listened to like one of the coaches on the Nike Run Club app and he's like, no two runs are the same. And I agree. But if you run in the same area, you run the same loop, like you figure it out because it's part of like your training program. Not every run is like, oh, I'm just gonna explore somewhere nice. Oh, friends, like that's not every run. Some runs are just grinding it out. So I gotta agree with this is a good reason to hate running. You run against your biggest rival and fan, yourself. It's you versus you. It doesn't really, I don't think there's much more I can say about that. It's just you versus you. And I completely agree. It's a good reason to love running, man. You test yourself against yourself. It's against your last time, your last distance, how your body was feeling the last time. And at the end of the day, you benefit solely. No one else benefit. I mean, yeah, I guess if you got kids and you're not trying to die early, like running will help, I think. Reason to hate running is the running part. So I disagree with this. Just because like it's just too broad. There's too many aspects of running, and I got this a lot actually as an answer. It's just too many aspects to running. So I'm gonna have to disagree with hating running because of the running part. Maybe if you've been a bit more specific. When you zone out and it's just you and your thoughts, yes, great. Like if you go on a long run or you just run slow like me, you have a lot of time to think about everything. Yeah, man, you just zone out, you get into your zone, you listen to a podcast or an album or something like that. It's great. I love it. It's a good time. Setting your own pace on the treadmill, and it's not fun. So I'm gonna take this as one. The treadmill is terrible. I have to agree with this, just as a reason to hate running. If you only run on a treadmill, then you know that's terrible. You're not going nowhere fast. Just standing in the same place. Then if you're not in one of the new gyms that has like the newer treadmills that you can put like the TV on. I used to like watch football highlights while I was running on the treadmill to just get me through. When I say running, I was walking. I was power walking. I'm an Olympic power walker. No, I'm not. But yeah, no, that's not fun. So I have to agree with this one. It's not fun. The end. So slightly different from like the feeling of accomplishment, but just being done. Do I agree? Yes, I agree, because most of the time I end at my house. What's better than being at my house? The Rogue Gambit you play with your butt, is it a fart or a poop? This is a great reason to hate running, because I know I'm not the only one, but sometimes you go out, you like 2-3K in, and all of a sudden, nature calls. But this is a 10K run. Nature can't be calling so early. What are you gonna do? You're gonna run the 3K home and just handle business? You're just gonna ignore it? Are you gonna poop yourself? Just not knowing if it's how it's gonna come out. Like, Yeah, I've been there, man. I'm being honest, I've been there. So I'm gonna agree with this. This is a good reason to hate running. Fresh air, you get to listen to audiobooks and work out at the same time. Yes, yes, and more yeses. I would give it 3 points, but that don't make no sense. This is just 1 point. I completely agree. It's, you know, sometimes the air is cold and it has me against the ropes, but yeah, you get some fresh air, especially like if you're just at home all the time anyway. It's a good reason to get out. The start as a reason to hate running. The start. I agree with this. The start is the most terrible, but also one of the best things, but the most terrible parts of running because, man, like, and the start may be different for you. So for me, like, the start constitutes the first 2 kilometers that I run. Like, yeah, getting off the starting line, but that first 2 kilometers, that's when I feel all of the soreness I haven't felt all day. That's when I figure out if I've stretched properly or not. Oh, nah. I do agree with this. The start is a great reason to not like running or not love running, to hate running, in fact. Fresh running kit. I'm gonna have to disagree with this one. I'm not at the point where running means that much to me that I would be getting new stuff all the time just for running. I can imagine, because I mean, I love Nike stuff anyway. And I look at some of the running shoes, and to me, they look good, but I'm not buying new stuff because I'm not at that level of running. Like, I just run because I'm trying to not be fat. I'm not trying to compete. So the new stuff, like I have so much stash from different unis that's it. Like, I just run in that and hoodies, and so yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with this one. I don't think that's a reason to love running. Pain in shins, knees, thighs, ankles, and legs. Yes. If you tell me you're not running because of pain, boy, I can't even say anything, because I felt all of those pains. And I'm gonna throw in lower back, I'm gonna throw in collarbone, like just random pain that I don't expect to be feeling, that I just be feeling. Completely agree with this. Pain is a great reason to hate running because it is a painful endeavor. And if you get like one little nick, man, it's like it never goes away. Especially if you're trying to run often, like you got to rest for 2 weeks. I'm not trying to rest for 2 weeks. I'm trying to train 300 days out of 365. So I don't got time to be resting. But obviously, like, I do rest, like I do like recovery runs and stuff and make sure I stretch at home. But 2 weeks off is just a no-no for me. If you have an injury or soreness, take the time that you need to recover properly. Don't follow this guy. Do as I say, not as I do. Being in tune with your body and paying attention to every step and every breath. I like this one. This one's real cerebral. Yeah, man, once you get into that spot, you're just like paying attention. So this is like when you finally, to be fair, this is something you can only say if you like running, and I like running, I have to say. So this I agree with, just that being in tune with your body and noticing the differences, like the subtle differences almost. So yeah, I agree with that one. That cheek jiggle where your cheeks almost slap your eyes. No, this one is terrible. Remember, I didn't write any of these reasons. These are just from people on Instagram. If I eventually get to the point where I have fans, I'm gonna call them the tea timers. You know, like 2-timer, part-timer, anything time, old timer, the tea timers. Yeah, no, I don't agree with this one at all. It's just, my cheeks don't move that much that they would slap my eye. I guess if you just run with like your mouth open and your jaw moving all over the place like you have taken some substances, but that is not the case when I'm running. Just caffeine, pre-workout, Thermopure, and an energy drink. That's all. Nothing too heavy, just light concoction. Being able to track your progress easily. This is my favorite thing. So I think running is super effective, and because of the different metrics that you can use to figure out, like, or to distinguish one run from the next, it's really easy to track. Am I tracking the fact that I'm running faster? Am I running further? My general lung capacity, like you can feel the difference. How do my legs feel? I look in the mirror, do I look slimmer? Do my clothes? Like, it's just real easy to track. I mean, I went out of bounds, but with running specifically, it's really easy to track from one day to the next if you're better or worse, or, you know, if you're not rested, you haven't fueled properly. Like, it's really easy to track. So I agree with this one. A reason to hate running? Hills. Completely agree. Hills are terrible. Hills are actually just the worst thing in life. I know they're good for you, good for some explosive movement and just your legs in general, but I hate hills. So I agree, this is a good reason to hate running. It's good for your heart and it's faster than walking. Yes, you get places quicker, but so I'm gonna disagree with this one as a good reason to love running, just because I don't walk places already. I don't walk anywhere. So I don't run places to get somewhere. I run places for a specific purpose. So I'm gonna disagree. Yes, it's good for your heart, but I'm gonna take that as being one of the other ones. So we'll focus on that faster than walking. Who runs places just to get there? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just a bit weird. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna disagree with that one. Right. Okay. Sorry. It's a reminder of how unfit I am. Yeah, man. Like, it's not great for my self-esteem if, you know, I was running a specific pace a month ago and now I'm not. Like, even if I find all the reasons and whatnot, it's just not great for my self-esteem. I feel terrible. I feel like a terrible human being who's not doing what they're supposed to do. And that alone could deter you from running. Yeah, I feel it. I feel the vibe. I'm with you. The peace as a reason for loving running. I don't run without headphones, so I'm gonna disagree because I don't have like peace. I think it's weird to run without any kind of music or sound playing. I don't know how people do it. It's not even that I'd get distracted. I just need something to distract myself from the fact that I'm running. So I'm gonna disagree. It's not a great, like, it's not a reason to love running. Like, I don't feel at peace when I'm running. I'm just running, you know, means to an end. You're getting through it. So I disagree with that one. And the final reason to hate running, and the best reason, and I completely agree with this reason, the weather. Boy, have you ever run in the rain? Like heavy rain, when it's cold and windy at the same time? Or just run like around like a reservoir where it's super windy and it's just slapping you and the air is cold? Or run on ice and it's like, you shouldn't run on ice, but I need to get this running. So what am I gonna do? I have to run. Yeah, I completely agree with this as a reason. Is that seagulls? I completely agree with this as a reason to hate running. So I'm gonna tally this up and figure out whether I love running, I hate running, or I'm indifferent. Right, so the final score was unexpected. 8-7 to hate of running. Bear in mind, these were not my reasons. I think I like running, but according to these reasons, maybe I'm more towards the I hate this. So kind of makes sense. It's a means to an end. Anyway, that's me done. You know, like, share, follow, subscribe on YouTube, Instagram. You can find more stuff on YouTube, my YouTube channel, Tea Time Media, TI space TIME space MEDIA. You can also follow me on Instagram. Is that Tito, ISTHATTITO. I'm really happy that this is the first video that isn't a vlog. I appreciate you guys for watching and supporting. More stuff is coming. Anyway, peace.